An internal conflict is brewing between the last remaining members of the old guard, alias El Mayo, and the children of the former jailed leader of Sinaloa Cartel, collectively called Los Chapitos, for controlling the group's operation. A lot of blood has been shed due to this dispute between the internal factions, but still, it's not clear who will take control over all the group's activities. Today, we'll look at the history of this conflict along with all the factors involved in it. Don't forget to stay with me till the end to discover the complete breakdown of the boiling issue between El Mayo and Los Chapitos. Now, let's jump into our video and find out some facts. El Chapo has a lot of children, but among them, 4 are the most dominant ones in the business of Sinaloa. They're Joaquin Guzman Lopez, Ovidio, Ivan, and Jesus Alfredo Guzman. Joaquin, Ovidio, and Jesus were brought into the crime business when they were mere teenagers by their father and El Mayo. To learn all about the organization, Ovidio gathered a lot of attention in recent years. He was sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury Department's Office of Foreign Assets Control in 2012. And was also indicted in 2019. Mexican forces launched an operation in 2019 to capture Ovidio in the Sinaloa state capital of Culiacan. When the news reached the members of the Sinaloa, they launched an offensive and demanded the release of Ovidio. The show of force by the group members was successful, and Ovidio was released on the order of the president. Ovidio holds a high rank within the Sinaloa Cartel. Ivan and Jesus, on the other side, are also important members of the group. Jesus was on the most wanted list of the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, and he played a significant role in colluding with some of the most powerful criminal gangs of the world. Unlike his brothers, Joaquin kept a low profile, but he was indicted along with Ovidio. If we talk about El Mayo, he's a 73-year-old man who took control of the Sinaloa Cartel along with El Chapo after the downfall of Guadalajara Cartel in the early 1990s. He got involved in illegal activities from the young age of 16 years, and his power and influence increased over time. We know that controlling territory and amassing larger pieces of the proverbial pie required a ruthless indifference towards violence. So, El Mayo never lacked it. He's never been to jail in his life and has managed to escape getting caught till this day. He has been a ruthless and successful leader who organized hundreds of acts of violence, including kidnappings, tortures, violent collections of drug debts, etc. When El Chapo was arrested in 2016, a conflict of power formed between Los Chapitos and El Mayo over the question of who was going to run the group's operation. A lot of bloodshed has been done between the two parties. In 2020, an associate of El Mayo was found dead, and it was said Los Chapitos were behind it. A lot of fights and shootouts have occurred since the arrest of El Chapo, leaving many people dead. Due to the internal division of the group, 12 people were killed in the state, with 4 people killed in Culiacan, the state capital, in 2 shootings 40 minutes apart. In 72 hours, 13 more people were slain in 5 shootouts between criminal groups. The main business focus of Los Chapitos is the same as their father. They're involved in the trafficking of drugs internationally. It's suspected that El Chapo's sons are involved in the movement of large quantities of illegal items into the United States using their vast web of contacts throughout Latin America. The group has adjusted with the changing drug markets and has become involved with the trade of synthetic ones along with the Jalisco Cartel. Los Chapitos have expanded their business operation and they have exploited the drug rehab centers to get access to more people who can help with their operations. Los Chapitos have started doing its business across the borders of the US, and recently, they have started tapping into the lucrative markets of Australia. All of this has become another source of violence with El Mayo. If we talk about the areas under the control of Los Chapitos, then the significant stomping grounds include the location of Sinaloa State, where the group came into existence. Their territory expands from northwest Mexico along the country's Pacific coast, especially in the capital city of Culiacan. Los Chapitos has a major hold over the urban centers, and they have a lot of power and control within Culiacan. At the same time, El Mayo is more involved with the rural network surrounding the capital city. Los Chapitos still cannot seize control of these areas from El Mayo, but they have every intention to do so. As a whole, by an estimate, the group also operates in at least 17 Mexican states and as many as 50 countries. The feud between El Mayo and Los Chapitos has reached the center of Sinaloa and the state of Baja, California, and Sonora. The sons of El Chapo were traveling to the city of Mexico to increase their influence in the region, according to a report that surfaced in September 2021. In early 2021, Mexican authorities took down Los Sinaloa Sinaloas, a cell of the Sinaloa Cartel, under the influence of Los Chapitos, operating in the nearby state of Mexico. But this didn't stop the Chapitos from continuing to expand into the capital. In the present times, the former right man of El Chapo is the leading enemy of Los Chapitos. Los Chapitos have a lot of family friction with their uncle El Juano over control of drug trafficking territory and alleged extortion payments he was thought to be charging in parts of Sinaloa. Beltran Leyva organization, who was once the ally of the Sinaloa Cartel, is now on the list of enemies for Los Chapitos after they looted the home of El Chapo's mother in the mountains of Sinaloa, forcing her and hundreds of others from nearby communities to flee the area. Los Chapitos is trying to make some allies to help with the turf wars. The current situation indicates that due to the internal conflict within the group, other cartel organizations like CJNG are trying to take advantage and get more power for themselves. CJNG is the top enemy, and it has even allegedly assembled a hit squad to hunt down and kill El Chapo's sons. If you've watched this video till this point, thank you for staying with me. Take a moment and put a like on this video and press the subscribe button to show your support. El Mayo is the last remaining member of the original cartel group, formed by El Chapo himself. He believes he can take the group forward now that El Chapo is out of the picture. The police captured Guzman after he managed to escape 2 times from the prison in 2016. He was by a federal court in New York and jailed for life. Despite his incarceration, bloodshed is increasing, and analysts have seen an increase in cartel shipments to the US, and the rise of El Mayo is thought to be the reason. But El Mayo is a ghost, and he cannot be traced. He uses different types of plastic surgeries to hide from the people and escape getting caught. He's been declared the most powerful drug trafficker and has a lot of influence over the drug markets of the US. He's been on the run and has not been caught by the DEA, although there's a $1 million bounty on his head and has been hunted by the forces for more than 40 years now. He continues to escape due to his power and smartness, and he never sleeps in the same place twice. Unlike El Chapo, he didn't enjoy a luxury lifestyle by going on trips across countries to get anti-aging treatment and enjoy vacations in a private home with all the entertainment. He's tough and knows how to retain all his power, so he's giving a very tough competition to Los Chapitos to take control from him. The war between the two factions has escalated over the years. In December 2019, the government decided to shut down the schools in northern Culiacan as groups of armed men were marching around the streets, but there were no reports of crashes or gun matches. In 2020, when the pandemic came and there was a global lockdown, the local communities united because they wanted to protect themselves against the coming wave of violence. The Mexican government increased the patrols and an army was appointed, but the former commander was assassinated. Many firing, dead people, and damage to cars and houses have been reported over the years. The internal war of the Sinaloa Cartel has affected Mexico and its economy. If no solution is found for the power distribution, the reputation of Mexico will soon be destroyed. It's tough to keep the influential people in prison, so let's see what the future holds for Los Chapitos and El Mayo, and the crown of leadership sets in whose head. With this, our video comes to an end. I hope you found the video helpful and informative. I'll keep you posted with any further updates on this ongoing war within one of the most powerful criminal organizations. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel below and hit the bell icon to get the latest notifications and stay connected with my channel. What do you guys think will be the end of this conflict? Do tell me in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your opinions. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, folks.